man. I flew him all the way from Indianapolis, Indiana. He's in the green room, man, and I had to get him here. I had to get him here. The last time we were supposed to eat together, my alarm clock wasn't set, and we missed our time together. And I had to apologize to him, and he was so gracious that he said, Dr. Sims, July the 13th, I got some time I can spend with you and your audience. So this is my Periscope brother from back in the day. And listen, guys, I'm telling you, you need to get a notebook, because this brother dropped nuggets for the next 35 minutes. This brother dropped nuggets. Y'all need to get those notebooks, get your pen, and we ready. Let's go. 2, 1.
We love you, Dr. Sims.
Gail and I have been friends since we were 21 and 22. Now we're 66 and 67.
She's older.
And yes, I'm definitely older. And I have to say that one of the reasons we've remained friends is the same thing that I tell people: surround yourself with somebody who is as happy for your happiness as you are for your happiness. And over the years, Gail has always been happier, I would have to say. My back is to you. Happier.
I do think that's true.
Yeah, happier for my happiness. And, you know, we became friends, not knowing, of course, that it was going to last all of these years. But what do you think? What do you think is the thing that's, it's the
why it's lasted all these years?
Yeah.
I think it's lasted all these years because we're very similar. We really are. And from the first time we met, we like the same people.
We're similar, and then we're really not.
No, I think we're more similar than we're not.
We're similar. We're similar in terms of value. So you need friends that are happy in their own lives, so that they can actually be authentically happy for you. So
I did have one time when I thought, God, I wish I could do that. Do you know what that is?
Yes, I know.
Show.
The only time that I've ever sensed a hint of, God, I wish that was me.
And that wasn't even jealousy. It wasn't just jealousy. I wish I could do it too.
And that was when I was singing on stage with Tina Turner. And Gail said...
And you got to come down those steps and dance with her.
Gail said, I wish I could do that.
I wish I could
But you can't sing.
But can you? And you can't.
Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Intentional Tuesday. I'm excited to be with you today. I'm Dr. Sims, host of the Dr. Sims Daily Show and America's #1 personal development expert. Our guest today, hey, Mama. David, I always got to tell Mama, hey, give her a shout out, because she cracked me one day. You don't ever tell me, hey, good morning. I said, Mama, I apologize. So, hey, Mama. Hey, everybody. Hey, Miss Vanessa. Hey, Wilma. Hey, everybody. Listen, if you've been with me any length of time, this young man, we date back to like 2015, 2016 in our Periscope days, and he's Mr. Elevation. Now, when I first met him and when he introduced himself to the world, he was single, I believe parenthetically engaged. He has a beautiful wife. He has 2 awesome young men. He's better today than he was 24 hours ago. Without any further ado, I got a small clip I want to play of him for those of you that don't have the auspicious knowledge of him. If you don't know who this man is, let me introduce you to him.
Consistency is more important than perfection. Do it, okay? Do what you got to do to get to where you want to be. You're gonna make mistakes, okay? But learn from them, grow from them, okay? Don't allow your mistakes to make you bitter. Allow them to make you better. What we want to do is to redirect our focus towards progress and not perfection. Ask yourself, what's one thing that I can do? Just one thing that I can do today. It's gonna draw me closer to where I want to be and the person that I want to become. Be powerful.
Y'all, this young man, here he is, David Gibson. What's up, my extraordinary brother? How you doing, man?
What's up, my brother? It's a great day, man. How you feeling, man?
Listen, I'm honored. And again, I owe you an apology, man, because we were going to have you on last month, and our times got, you were on point, and I was like, I had just woke up and said, man, I am so sorry. Let's reschedule. And you're so gracious to be with us today, man. How are you, DG?
Man, it's a great day to be alive. But first and foremost, Doc, you ain't got to apologize. You're out here making moves. you're making a difference, you own your grind. Listen, man, that's what you got to be doing. So we can always make things work, man. But to answer your question, it's a great day to be alive, man. I'm blessed to be here, excited to share your platform with you and essentially just kind of share some nuggets and some insights that potentially can add value to your community.
Man, listen, how have you recovered, if you will, from Periscope going down, man? When I heard that, when Miss Vanessa told me Periscope was coming to an end, my heart kind of skipped a beat a little bit, man, because you and I went hard in Periscope, man.
Man, it was in the early days, man. I mean, like you mentioned, that dated back to like 2015. And we connected and really just hit it off. I mean, you remember those scope trains, you know?
Oh man, what?
The scope, you know, we would have a specific topic and we would kind of go into depths about our perspective on certain things. But the most important thing, Doc, is the community that had been established and the lives that were being impacted by each and every single one of us, just sharing our stories and elevating one another, inspiring one another. That's what I miss. Fortunately, many of us were able to connect on other platforms.
That's right.
But definitely, I had the same type of vibe when I heard Periscope was going down. Like,
man,
a piece of my heart,
wow.
You know what I mean? A piece of my heart had felt that because, you know, I knew what it was and I knew what it could be.
Yeah.
But of course, everything happens for a reason. We're going to continue to bring this message and inspire those that tune in and the audiences that we do have. But it's definitely a memory in my mind that I cherish.
Yeah, man. Listen, talk about your family a little bit, man. You're married now. How many years you been married? And those two awesome sons. I saw one of your pictures the other day. You had one in the arm, you had another you hold in the hand, and that's a far cry from being a single brother driving in your little coupe de ville.
Yes, sir. Lean back, man. You know what I mean, with the shoulder lean a little bit.
Yeah, man.
But it's definitely a blessing, man. I've been blessed with an amazing wife. We're going on 6 years to September.
Wow. Yeah.
And we have a 2-year-old toddler and then a 8-month-year-old infant. And it's definitely been a blessing. They have taught me so much.
Yeah.
know, and I think that's something that we can all learn from, just having a learning spirit and being able to receive knowledge and wisdom that can even come from those that are younger than us. But you know, my sons just inspire me. I was like learning how to walk, and when they fall, they get back up.
You see so much. You see so much, don't you?
They just keep. Yeah, man. I mean, it's very inspiring, and of course, you know, it levels up your game. It levels up your grind. It deepens your purpose when you make your goals and your dreams bigger than you. So it's definitely been a blessing, man. I truly am grateful. Yeah, they put a smile on my face each and every single moment with their personalities as that continues to unfold before us. Right. But it's definitely been a blessing.
Yeah, man. What's one thing, and we'll get into the interview. What's one thing as a young man, as a husband of 6 years? What's one thing you can truly say you've learned by being married?
Keeping God first. Yeah. You know, that's very important. It has to be the backbone of everything that you do, from the relationship, the friendship. You know, it all has to be rooted in that. Yeah. Because we're human beings, and one thing about relationships is you have two people that are coming together to be one, and that comes with its challenges. And at the end of the day, it helps us grow. It helps us evolve. It helps us become better individuals. But keeping God first, you know, helps you stay on the path that you need to be in order to move things forward.
Man, that is awesome, man. Listen, I want to tell you, Terry Little giving you a shout out this morning. One of our brothers.
Shout out to Terry, man. My brother from another mother.
What's up? What's up, T. Little? He's been following you and I for a minute, and he just want to give you a shout out. Miss Vanessa says hello. Miss Wilma says hello. I have as one of your monikers, founder of Dream Catchers. How did that evolve? Let everybody know, how did that evolve when you on Periscope? You were the founder of the Dream Catchers. You said great day, Dream Catchers. How did Dream Catchers come about?
It's interesting that you asked that question, Doc, because really, Dream Catchers was birthed out of a mission that I really set for myself. Okay. And I was introduced to Periscope, as we spoke on earlier, by my brother. And, you know, he said, hey, you know, there's this new application, check it out. And I'm like, man, what is this? You know, you go live and, you know, there's one person there and you talking to them and communicating, and they make a heart here and there. And you're like, is there really anybody on the other end? But nonetheless, as I started to just look at the application, I was in a place as well in my life where I was determined to encourage, to inspire. So I set a goal. I said, every single day, I want to at least inspire one person. I want to put a smile on at least one other face. I want to make my smile contagious. I want to bring forth some positive vibes because I never know what somebody's going through.
That's right.
And with me setting that goal, I just went live every single morning. And I would often just come up with a topic of discussion, a quote that we would break down, a story that we would tell with a moral that we can all gain some wisdom from.
Right.
And essentially, I just started speaking that and doing this day in and day out. And I don't even know where the term came from. It was more so just something that hit me. It was like, yo, it's time for us to catch our dreams. It's time for us to retrieve what is rightfully ours. And I placed a huge emphasis on dream catching. Like, we hear dreamers, but I'm a firm believer that dreamers only fantasize. They don't act with a sense of urgency. They only toss ideas around in their mind, and they don't execute. And then we go deeper than just dream chasers, because I'm a firm believer as well that if you spend your entire life, Doc, chasing after your dreams, then you're running too slow. You know, at the end of the day, we want to maximize the time that we have. We want to execute on the things that we desire and move with a sense of urgency, because we can all gain access to what it is that we've been created for. That was really the mentality around the dream catchers concept, and really just speaking that term. People connected with it. It resonated with them. So we took it and we ran with it.
Man, that is good. I like the clip that you had today, and I prefaced our interview with that clip. You said, don't worry about being perfect, but progress. Focus on progress. Kind of unpack that a little bit, because a lot of people get caught up in wanting to be perfect, and that's really a cousin of fear, that perfectionist spirit. So help us understand. Just work on progress a little bit every day. Unpack that a little bit. How can you encourage people to just work on progress? Don't worry about perfection.
And I love how you highlight that perfection can often be stemmed by that notion of fear. And there's many layers that often influences individuals to want to be perfect. Right. We're concerned about the opinions of others. We're afraid of doing something wrong, doing something incorrectly. We're afraid of making a mistake. We're afraid of taking a risk. We're afraid that it won't be the way that someone else is doing it. Like, all of these things are roaming in our mind as it relates to us taking steps to get to where we want to be. And what we have to understand is this, okay? For those that are catching this live and watching this on the replay, repeat after me. I am not perfect.
I'm not perfect.
I am not perfect.
Straight up. Straight up.
I am not perfect. I'm actually perfectly imperfect. But what we also fail to realize is, through the mistakes that we make, that gives us access to growth, development, wisdom, knowledge, and most importantly, experience that we can apply to who we are, that helps us evolve into greater beings and achieve greater levels of success.
That's good.
So if you're not willing to make the mistake, then you're not willing to grow. And if you can't grow, you'll never be your best. If you can't be your best, you won't be happy. If I can't be happy, what else is there?
Man, that's good word.
At the end of the day, we have to redirect our focus away from perfection and align it with progress.
That's good.
Align it with us taking steps every single day, and understand, I'm going to make some mistakes.
That's right.
But if I'm making some mistakes, let me learn from them. What lessons can I gain from them? What knowledge can I retrieve from this experience?
This is good.
How can I use this to make me better? How can I profit from misfortune? Turn a setback into a setup to help me move my life forward. You won't gain access to the quality or excuse me, the greater outcomes of success that you desire if you're not willing to make a mistake.
Man, that's so powerful. And since we're talking about feeling the freedom to be me, I'm free to be me. When did that really, and if you don't mind, let everybody know, how old are you? Because I'm just so proud that at a young age, you got all your ducks in a row, and you got your act together. And people want to say, well, there are no good men around. Well, you don't walk with the men I walk with. We running with horses. This brother right here. So when did that light bulb come on for David Gibson? Help everybody understand, because in the green room we said, I don't look like what I've been through. I don't look like what I've been through. So let us know, kind of peel back one of your layers and let us know, when did this really get real with you?
The moment that I started to connect with purpose. And again, to answer your question, 33 years old is how old I am. But for many years, I struggled with identity. For many years, I struggled in the area of self-esteem. For many years, I was lacking in the area of confidence. For many years, I was depressed and suicidal.
Oh, wow.
And going through that journey, you know, you find yourself in a place where you can often feel like you've hit rock bottom. And there's that old saying that says rock bottom is the best foundation to kind of build your life. You know what I mean? Because nothing else matters. Like, you know, you clean out the clutter and you get real with yourself. And at that point in time in my life, I started connecting with God. I started opening up scripture and started to see myself in scripture. And the Bible became like a mirror where I can see the reflection of who I truly was. And as I started to connect with the true identity, right? Like, that's very important. Many of us are connecting with a false identity of who we are. There's no truth within that identity, so therefore you can't be effective. You won't be free. The truth shall set you free. And I started connecting with the truth and started to see that I'm significant. I'm fearfully and I'm wonderfully made. I'm crafted and designed. I've been manufactured for greatness. I got success in my DNA. I got greatness within my bloodstream. I started to identify who I truly was. And at that point, I started to connect with purpose. And as I started to overcome my personal struggles, I shared that knowledge and those insights with those that were around me. So I started to see the worth that was within me. I started to see the significance behind my life as I shared my story. That gave me an even greater sense of purpose. And once you start to identify with purpose, that sets the tone for your life. It helps you shape your day. It helps you mold your agenda. It determines what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do, what you'll entertain and what you won't entertain, what you're willing to go after and what you're saying, listen, that's not for me, because you know what your purpose is. So once I started to connect with purpose, that's where my life began to change.
Oh, that's good. Listen, guys, let me peep something. Let me let y'all in on a little secret, another layer of David. And you heard him. He started what us in the old Baptist church, he started preaching a little bit. This young man is also an ordained minister. And I learned that watching him on Periscope, and we spent some time offline talking together. And good morning, Edie. Good morning, Teresa. Good morning, everybody. We're here with my brother from another mother, David Gibson, and he just kind of talked about his testimony a little bit. When did you enter into the ministry? Because a lot of people don't know that about you. When did you enter into the ministry?
Really, that started to, I'm thinking back, that was maybe around, I was overcoming my personal struggles with depression.
Right.
And really started to connect with my purpose. And again, I started to speak on different platforms and speak at different events. And then I got asked to speak inside of a church, and I'm like, man, I'm like, yo, I might step up there and say something I ain't got no business saying. I don't know what I'm doing, but essentially it was fear creeping into the conversation.
Right.
But to answer your question directly, this is maybe 2014.
Right. Yeah.
2014, 2015, right around when Periscope kind of hit.
Yeah.
And, essentially it's tied into what I do. It's a part of who I am.
Right.
I love to encourage and inspire individuals and share practical steps that we can take to get to where we want to be.
That's good.
And when you open up the Bible, man, that right there is the rubric. It's the roadmap that helps us get to the destination that we've been created for.
Yeah.
And I've been blessed with the gift to be able to interpret it in ways that others can resonate with. You know what I mean? A lot of times people may read the Bible and say it's kind of complicated to understand.
Right.
And sometimes it just needs somebody to interpret it, to bring it into modern terms. And help them understand the truth that's being spoken in the text.
That's good.
And convey it in ways that they can relate into their modern day life. So I've been blessed with the gift to be able to do that, and just something I'm passionate about, and determined to unleash that gift on an even greater scale. But
that's good, man.
It's been since like 2013, 2014.
That's phenomenal, man. That's phenomenal. So what are you doing now? What are you doing now, and what's next? In the last few moments of our interview together, what are you doing now? What are you working on now? What's your big project now, and what are you working towards?
I'm currently, essentially Elevation is a Must is the name of my company and organization. It's a personal development platform where I host events as well as I speak at various events, conferences, universities, schools, some churches, small business groups, entrepreneurial groups, MLM events, network marketing, if you didn't know what that term was. But what I'm currently working on, I can't speak on right now.
Okay.
It's something that we've been working on behind the scenes. And, I can't necessarily speak on it right now, but definitely excited about what's to come. And I know it's going to impact the lives of those that we connect with. But the broadcast, of course, is still going. We're not on Periscope anymore, unfortunately, because like we mentioned, it is shut down, but we're on Facebook and on YouTube. And that's youtube.com/David Gibson. And for those that are here on Facebook, at D1 Gibson, we go live on that. But on a mission, in a nutshell, to answer your question, we are on a mission to help individuals upgrade the way that they live their life. Like you mentioned, free to be you. Stepping into each and every single day, being you unapologetically.
Oh, that's good.
Determined to live your best life and inspiring others while you are doing what it is that you love.
Man, I just so glad to know you, my brother. And every chance I get, when I think about you, man, I send you a text, I send you a voicemail to let you know how proud I am of you, and just such a young man, man. I'm just, man. Again, this is why I tell people all the time, David. I love social media because here we are. Before I let you go, because my sister just came in, Dr. Troy, and do this for Dr. Troy. Give me one of your favorite verses in the Bible, and in homiletical class, exegete that for me. Break that down. You got 2 minutes. Give me your favorite scripture, and for Dr. Troy, she is a dynamo. She's going to be on here the last Thursday in the month. But give me your favorite scripture and break it down for everybody.
Do not be conformed to the world, but be ye transformed by renewing your mind, right? And what often happens is we conform to our situations, we conform to our environment, we conform to our circumstance, we conform to our past, and we do this in the manner of our limited beliefs, our insecurities, our doubts, and our fears. But in order for us to experience new, you have to renew your mind. And what I mean by renewing your mind, and what the scripture, and Paul is speaking in that specific text, he's highlighting the importance of us disconnecting from the old and stepping into the new. Which requires courage, right?
Yeah.
Like you're going to have to step into the unknown, some uncertain, some unfamiliar territory, which may be challenging. But as long as you continue to renew your mind, you can transform your life. Many people try to open new doors with the same keys. I often tell people, old keys won't open new doors.
Boy, you say that again. Say that for the people in the back. Say that again. Say that again.
Old
BG.
keys will never open up new doors. In the same way in Texas says you can't put new wine in old wineskins. You got to make a change. And the change starts right here in what it is that you are thinking. For many of us, we often look on the outside to kind of blame situations or circumstances as to why we are not where we want to be or the person that we aim to become. What we have to do is start looking internally. Like stop looking out the window and look in the mirror and identify what thought process am I thinking on a consistent basis that's hindering me from experiencing the life that I really want? What beliefs have I bought into, right? Because in many cases, we are operating and living according to beliefs that carry no truth, that carry no power. In many ways, they're sabotaging our success and progress. And we have to begin to eradicate these beliefs, reshape these beliefs, and redefine who we are and what we permit to influence us to get to where we want to be. So, to answer your question, I know my 2 minutes is kind of wrapping up.
Boy, you
better be conformed to the world.
You better
be transformed by the renewing of your mind.
That's good.
I put it in layman's terms, like I mentioned. I like to interpret it in ways that we can understand. In order for you to experience the exciting world of brand new possibilities, you got to break the rules of your historical thinking.
That is so good. Okay, last question from Dr. Sim. Is Chris Paul going to win a championship this year? Is this Chris Paul's season? Is he going to do it, DG?
I don't have a dog in that fight or a horse in that race. But to be honest with you, I do think Phoenix is going to take it.
You think so?
I find it very challenging for Milwaukee to effectively adapt to the game plan. You got Cory Booker and CP3 and the other center, I believe, man, they're dominating. And Milwaukee is kind of stagnant on adjusting their game plan effectively to kind of, neutralize those offensive threats.
Right.
But definitely, I think it is his time. But we'll see. Again,
We'll see.
I just like to see a great game.
Me too.
Great competition.
Me too, man.
Nature on the course. So whoever wins, wins.
Yeah. Well, tell everybody, what time do you broadcast on your show, and how can people follow D1 Gibson, the great David Gibson? How can people get up with you?
Oh man, I'm honored, brother. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and again, be sure to connect at D1 Gibson here on Facebook, and then on YouTube, it's www.youtube.com/David Gibson.
That's good.
To make it very simple, what you can do is go to my website, elevationisamust.com. All of the social media icons are on the website, so whatever platform is your choice, you can hit the link and it'll take you directly there.
All right. Well, listen, thank you, my brother, and I love you. And
Love
you
you too,
just
brother.
hug that family for us, man, and just keep doing what you do, man. And I'm looking forward to see what you got cooking over there in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm looking forward to what you got cooking, man. And thank you again for being here, man. Much love to you, man.
For sure, brother.
Hey guys, that was D1 Gibson. That's my brother from another mother. And Thursday, I got another sister that we met again on Periscope, Miss Vanessa, Miss Tasha Hart. I call her Halle Berry because she kind of looks like Halle Berry a little bit. But we got a great show lined up Thursday. Puzzle to Purpose. Purpose is her platform as well. So we're looking forward to that. Well, y'all hold tight and play a quick commercial. Y'all hold tight and we'll be right back.
Hey now, if you'd like to donate today to the Dr. Walter Sims Show, please donate at Cash App, $Walter H. Sims. Yes, that's Cash App, $WalterHSims. That's Cash App, $Walter H. Sims.
Our power word for the day, I mean, if you could kind of dissect what David and I were talking about, and if you boiled down and did a sample of what we talked about, being committed is all through our conversation together. And what does commitment mean? My brother and I were at breakfast Sunday morning before church. He was working with the hospital. He's a pediatric doctor. So from time to time, he comes down to work a short period of time to kind of help with their workload with the kids that are in distress. And we were talking, and he said one of the things young people today lack is commitment. And our power word for today, and I couldn't wait to get here today to talk about this: committed, wholeheartedly dedicated, sold out. Troy and I are taking Hebrew right now. And learning Hebrew, we didn't realize how difficult the English language is. But to get through Hebrew, and I did a little homework this morning, to get through Hebrew, you got to be committed to doing the homework, because that helps you learn the rules. With anything that you do, from being a husband, a father, an entrepreneur, a worker in corporate America, anything you want to do in this world, you got to have commitment. See, so many people worry about being perfect, and they worry about how everybody else is doing and why they're not measuring up. I need you to back up and ask the question: are you really committed? Are you as committed as you claim that you are? And there is a telltale sign that will tell off on whether or not you're committed. I want to coach you a little bit today. I'm an engineer by vocation, and all that means is I got a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering, and I took a boatload of math, so much so that if I had taken 3 more math classes, I could have had a minor in math. But I got a direct proportion, and all a direct proportion simply means if you increase one, you'll increase the other. And if you go up on one side, you're going to go up on the other side. If you go down, you're going to go down. That's a direct proportion. So I want to give you this theorem this morning. Results are a direct proportion to your level of commitment. Now, this ought to hit somebody. This is for somebody today. This is going to hit somebody today. You hear what I'm saying? Results are a direct proportion to your level of commitment. So let's go through the back door to get to the front living room. So if you're not getting the results you think you ought to get, that begs the question: are you truly committed? I was watching a TikTok the other day, Miss Vanessa and everybody. I was watching a TikTok the other day, a couple of weeks ago, and this young lady was upset. She was lamenting the fact that when she got on the scales, which they tell you not to necessarily do when you are reshaping your body, weight and all that. They said don't get on the scale. Don't let that be a measuring stick. But she was lamenting the fact that I only lost a pound. I only lost a pound this week. And she started kind of going back over her last 7 days to see where the increased calories came from. But when she kind of thought about it and told us about it, I don't see what happened. But it's one thing that will not lie. That scale is not going to lie. So while you think you are doing the work, you may or may not be doing the work, and you got to be committed. If you want the right type of result, you got to be committed. So let me give you some homework. I need you to do this. I need you to do a quality check. Do your results match your commitment? Do your results match your commitment? I need you to, number 2, reevaluate your priorities. And if there's a disconnect, you need some help. You need to get some help from Dr. Sims. All right. And if you're a business owner, let me let you know this. If you're a business owner, personal development is a business expense. If you need a life coach, contact Dr. Walter Sims. This is what I do. As David said, we help people elevate their life. Because a lot of people, some people's favorite song is I Should Not Be Moved. And the ones that are not getting the results they want, that want to complain all the time, you're not committed. You're not committed. And I was talking to Troy yesterday, and one thing I love about Troy, she's committed. One thing I love about Miss Vanessa, and she's been rocking with me since 2015. God sent her my way. She's committed. One thing I can say about Wilma, she's committed. One thing I can say about Maddie Calloway, our church secretary, our lead usher, committed. And I hope y'all see I come on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Wednesdays and Sundays. I hope you can see commitment. And if you want your social media numbers to grow, one of the things any social media manager will tell you, you got to be committed. You got to be committed, and you got to be consistent. And maybe we'll talk about that word Thursday. So again, homework, screenshot this. Do your results match your commitment? Are you getting the type of results you think you ought to be getting? Number 2, reevaluate your priorities. And if you need some help, and haven't I always said, there's no shame in needing help. Because we made a call to our teacher yesterday, and I talked to her a little bit this morning. Reevaluate your priorities. Number 3, get some help. Get some help. Get some help. And again, if you need a coach, here I am. Contact me at drsims@drwaltersims.com. Business owners, remember, personal development is a business. All right, you want some relationship help?
You know me? Huh? You know me? You know me? Yes. You know me?
All right. You know, he's been married 6 years. Miss Vanessa, 24. Dr. Troy, 25. Shalonda, 14. You know, a lot of people want committed relationships, but let me ask you a question. How committed to you are you? You know, before you can pledge commitment, which is another definition of commitment, a pledge, a binding agreement, or obligation to a cause or something or somebody, how committed to you are you? I need you to ask yourself this question. Because before you can make a commitment to another individual or a thing, are you committed to yourself? And what does that even look like? You take care of yourself. You do the kind of work that you need to do. You feel me? You put yourself in the places you need to be. You feel me? You make the kind of promises and pledges that you need to make. And because we let ourselves down a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? I said I was going to start walking yesterday. Just got busy. I'm going to start walking real soon, but soon is not on the calendar. But I said I was going to start walking yesterday. So we have to be committed to ourselves, because nobody's going to do for you what you should be doing for yourself. Nobody. As close as you are with your significant other, nobody's going to do for you what you need to do for yourself. Now, I can challenge you. And to get out of life what you want to get out of life, you got to put in some work. You got to change your mind. You got to change your perspective about things. And that's one thing a life coach does. We just help you shift your perspective. I don't tell people what to do. I do not offer my opinion, because my opinion doesn't matter much in the over the long haul. My opinion doesn't carry much weight. Amen, webcam. And see, these are tough conversations people don't want to have. You know, we laugh and we hee-haw, but at the end of the day, because at the homegoing, at the celebration of life I did Saturday, I just asked them a couple of tough questions. Make people think. Since I have your attention and we all gathered here today for this occasion, I just want to challenge you with a couple of tough questions that coaches ask. Because again, my opinion does not matter in the big scheme of things. Your opinion doesn't matter. Everybody got an opinion. But like my brother and I were talking Sunday morning, data supersedes how you feel. Data supersedes opinion. Because go back to what I said a moment ago. Now you can say all day, yes, I'm committed. Yes, I'm committed. But what kind of results are you getting? Results don't lie. People can say all day, yes, I'm committed to you, Dr. Sim. I haven't heard from him since I started Periscope. I'm going to call you, Dr. Sim. Haven't heard from him yet. Glad I'm not waiting either. People say, oh yeah, I'm going to call you. Hadn't heard from him yet. A young lady, she was on the show 4 weeks ago, and I gave her homework assignment, and she needs to take her life to another level, and life has gotten in her way. And we're supposed to talk Monday, and then she put me off again. I said, I'm not going anywhere. This is your life we're talking about. And life gets in the way, but are you committed to what you need to be committed to? Because a lot of times we don't want to admit this, but we make a lot of excuses. And her situation is her situation, and I'm gonna pull her to the side. So I'm not talking about her per se, but I'm talking in general. While we think we have valid reasons not to do a thing, whatever color glass you're looking out of, it boils down to excuses. Because excuses, we can come up with excuses every day. I could have come up with an excuse today. I missed our first interview. He was supposed to be with me in June, but God's timing, he was here today. But I intended for him to be here last month, but I overslept. And that was not an excuse. That was a reality. But I could have, when it's time for me to broadcast, I definitely could stay in the bed. It's time for me to present to you, I could stay in the bed. But how committed to you are you? Oh, come on, somebody. I enjoy my show. I enjoy broadcasting. And I need to challenge you. Are you as committed to what you supposed to be committed to? Are you really committed? Let me play another quick commercial and we out of here.
Hey now, if you'd like to donate today to the Dr. Walter Sims Show, please donate at Cash App, $Walter H. Sims. Yes, that's Cash App, $WalterHSims. That's Cash App, $Walter H.
I know a lot of you are watching me on my YouTube channel, and I appreciate you. If you don't mind, please hit that subscribe button, because we're right at 500 subscribers, but we are on our way to 1,000. Because once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I automatically go live on my website. That's how we got it set up. So if you're on my website, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so that you'll know when I go live. Because every now and then I don't come on at 10 a.m. or I may come on at a different time based on the schedule of my guests. And so you do not want to miss an episode of the Dr. Sims Daily Show. We have a good time. And if you know of a guest that would like to appear on my show, let me know. Send me an email at the Dr. Sims Daily Show at gmail.com, and we would love to have them on. If they line up with what we do here on my show, we would love to have them. I like what Kevin Samuel said the other day. If you align with my purpose, if our purpose align, what? Come on, we all in this thing to win this thing, and we in this together. Teamwork makes the dream work, and we are better together. All right? And I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all just don't know. I love y'all. I love y'all a whole lot. I hope you enjoyed the show today. Again, thank you, David, for being here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. Share this. Let your followers know that, you know what, Dr. Sims Show was off the chain today. And share this with at least 3 of your followers. Share this with somebody. Challenge your followership to be committed. Because, again, results are direct proportion to your level of commitment. And remember, if you stay high on life, life is going to stay high on you.